Before you pick up those pruning shears and start cutting your Carolina Sapphire, stop. Because if you cut this tree the wrong way, in the wrong place, at the wrong time of year, you can permanently damage it, and no amount of fertilizer or water is going to bring it back. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how to prune it right. If you're not already familiar with the Carolina Sapphire Arizona Cypress, let me just take a second, because honestly, this is one of my favorite trees in my entire yard. What you're looking at here is this incredible icy silvery blue color. It's not your typical green privacy tree. It has a texture and a depth to it that just looks stunning year-round, especially in winter when everything else looks bare and sad. And here's the other thing. Go ahead and give a branch a gentle brush with your hand. That right there is a clean, bright, citrus fragrance. Every time I walk past these trees, I get that smell, and it never gets old. On top of all that, this tree grows fast. These were planted last winter at approximately 2 feet tall, so they have double in size in 12 months, and I expect more than that in the next 12 months. We're talking a real privacy screen in just a few years. If you've been looking for something that's beautiful, fragrant, and actually does the job of blocking the neighbors, this is it. Now let's talk about timing, because this is where a lot of people go wrong. The best window for structural pruning on your Carolina Sapphire is late winter to very early spring, right before the tree pushes its new growth for the season. Think late February into early March, depending on where you are. That timing matters because you're letting the tree heal and push fresh growth right after you pruned, which fills in those cuts naturally and keeps the tree looking full. What you want to avoid is pruning in late summer or fall. Here's why. If you stimulate new growth that late in the season, that tender new growth doesn't have time to harden off before cold temperatures arrive. You're essentially opening the door to cold damage right when the tree is at its most vulnerable. All right, now let's get into the actual pruning. And I want you to keep 3 things in mind the entire time you're working. The first thing is the taper. You want your tree to always be slightly wider at the base and narrower as it goes up. This isn't just about looks. It's about making sure sunlight reaches the lower branches. If you let the top get too wide and bushy, it shades out the bottom. Those lower branches thin out and die back, and now you've got a privacy screen with a gap. So always keep that natural taper in mind. The second thing is knowing what you're actually cutting. You're looking for branches that are reaching outward past where you want your tree's boundary to be. Those are your targets. You don't need to go deep into the tree. You're just cleaning up the outer edge, keeping that silhouette tight and full. Come in right behind where the branch has extended beyond your line and make your cut just above a lateral branch or a small side shoot. That gives the tree a clean place to redirect its energy. Now for branches that are only slightly past your boundary, don't cut them all the way back. Just tip prune them. That light pruning actually encourages the branch to bush out and get fuller, which is exactly what you want for a dense privacy screen. And the third thing, and I cannot stress this enough, never flat top this tree. Do not cut across the top to make it look like a hedge unless you are ready for it to never grow taller. And whatever you do, leave that leading branch at the very top alone. That central leader is what's driving the upward growth. The moment you cut that, you confuse the tree. You'll end up with a stunted tree, the natural form breaks down, and it just never looks right again. Let it grow up naturally. Your job is the sides, not the top. So let's bring it together real quick. Prune in late winter to very early spring. That's your window. Skip summer and fall entirely. When you're cutting, maintain that taper so the bottom stays wide and gets good light. Trim outward-reaching branches back to just within or beyond your boundary line, and tip prune anything that's only slightly past it. Keep your cuts clean and leave that top leader completely alone. Do those things and your Carolina Sapphire is going to reward you with a dense, gorgeous, fragrant privacy screen that just gets better every single year. If you found this helpful, go ahead and subscribe. I put out new videos every week covering real practical home gardening, stuff that actually works in your yard. I'll see you in the next one.